person I want to talk about is David. David came back from war and discovered that his family has been taken on captive. And his men, 600 men he went to war with, took up something to stone him. And they left and they would stone him. He took the Urim and the Thummim and started playing and started asking, God, should I pursue? Should I overtake? Should I recover all? God said, pursue, overtake, and recover all. Joseph ran with prophecy. Because of some of you that saying a prophet when they see with an eye open told me, and you're neglecting men. David ran with prophecy. But on his way, because he has learned the culture of treating people. If you be a people person, you will never fail in life. If you be a people person, I'm telling you, you can never fail in business. You can fail in life. David being a people person, trapped. This is your son, your daughter, your wives are in the hand of the enemy. You still have time to take care of a man. Not just a man, a slave who is naked and dying. David stopped the whole chariots and said, give him food, give him milk, give him water. When the guy recovered, to see how God used to do things, he asked him, who are you? The man said, I'm a slave of an Amalekite. We went to so place and invaded and took everybody. David said, that's my family. He said, do you know where they are? He said, I know where they are. But promise me you will not give me back to you. He said, yes. He said, let me take you. Remember, the desert is very big. David could have been running with prophecy. Now, remember, Israel was with prophecy, but ran around for 40 years. Yes, sir. They ran around for 40 years because of how they dishonored God and Moses. Dishonoring men can keep you in the same place for 40 years. You will only be shouting, God told me, God told me, God told me, until you become a toad. Because the arrogance of this generation is that God told me I don't need a man. I don't need mentorship. I can talk with God directly. Leave all these things and I don't need to go to fellowship. I stay and kabash in my room. All this that beside there. See how God took the answer to a king and put in a slave. That is why if you're not humble, you will never catch it. It's to show you that David was humble. Took the answer to a king's prayer and locked it in a slave. Some of you don't know that the answer might be in a maid. Have you forgotten Naaman? The Bible said Naaman, they went and got captives and came back. And the wife had a slave girl attending to her. I will tell you, if she was not taking care of that girl, she will not give her the key. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He said, oh God, this leprosy when they suffer, Elisha go just do it like this. He said, he was great, wealthy, but he didn't know. If you don't know, you don't know. He said, I know there is a prophet in Israel. That singular act, by taking good care of a slave girl, she brought. Don't look down on anybody. Because I'll be telling you about gatekeepers and how to handle them. That slave girl was made. Now, imagine by that slave girl giving that answer. When that man came back clean, what do you think will happen to the slave girl? Check another person, the Shunammite woman. She and her husband were wealthy. You can have money when you lack men, you are still limited. She was very wealthy. The Bible said she was a great woman. And do you know one thing about Shunammite is that she lives in Shunem. Shunem is where the sons of Issachar dwelt. If you go and read in, I think Joshua chapter 19 verse 17, he said this inheritance was given to the sons of Issachar and Shunem. So because he was from the tribe of Issachar, they have discernment. So she said, I perceive that this man is a holy man of God. Every time he passed, he would say, man of God, please come and drink water. Man of God, come and drink water. Leave what social media is deceiving you people and telling you to disrespect men of God. The devil is very intelligent. He knows what he's doing. He's playing with the minds of a generation. They dishonor fathers. See, there are 3 people. I was talking with the man of God. He told me this thing in my office. And I was shocked. I learned it in. He said 3 men you don't play with in your life. Number 1, your pastor. Number 2, your spiritual father or pastor. Number 2 is your mentors. Then he said number 3 is elders. There are people that are your mentor. They are not your spiritual father, but they are elders. And when elders speak, wisdom speaks. Bishop Oyedepo is an elder. Papa Debo is an elder. Pastor Chris Oyakhilome is an elder. There are men that Ayoru Sojefo is an elder. Pastor Kumuyi is an elder. Those men are elders. Those men, they are elders. You don't insult them. You can carry a curse that will trap you and your generation by insulting elders. Hey, when that man said that thing, I shouted. I wrote it down in my diary. Kai, this is strong. So the Shunammite woman, because of that barrenness that she has given up on. Imagine, I told you about the mind. Remember I told you about the mind, that what you don't mind, you will never have. She was not thinking about having a child. So this is not about mind issue. But because of principle of relationship, what she didn't have in mind became a reality. The Bible said, he said, what do you want? She didn't ask for it. He said, he's lacking a child. He said, by this time, I want to prophesy over 200%. By this time next week. I'm not hearing that. I said, by this time next week. That thing you are desiring from God, God is releasing it to you. Whatever has been closed in your life, business, in your family, by this time next week, I declare it is open in the name of Jesus. And finally, the paralyzed man